Have you ever wondered if your eyes can deceive you? In a world bombarded with information and images, distinguishing truth from illusion can be a daunting task. This challenge echoes the timeless wisdom of Gautama Buddha, who cautioned, "Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense." Today, we delve into the profound teachings of Buddhism that challenge our perceptions of reality. Through captivating Zen stories and profound philosophical insights, we will explore why it's crucial not to trust what we see at face value. Join me on this journey of discovery as we uncover the deeper truths hidden beneath the surface of appearances. Number 1. The empty boat. In the teachings of Zen Buddhism, there exists a poignant story known as the empty boat. Imagine a traveler journeying down a river, when suddenly an empty boat drifts into his path, obstructing his way. Frustrated by this unexpected obstacle, the traveler begins to shout and curse, demanding that the boat be moved. His anger grows as he waits for someone to appear and take responsibility for the disruption. Hours pass, and still, no one emerges from the boat. Finally, exhausted and seething with frustration, the traveler manages to maneuver his own vessel around the empty boat and continues on his journey. Later, upon reflection, he learns that the boat had become untethered from its moorings upstream and had simply drifted downstream, completely unmanned. This revelation strikes the traveler with profound insight. He realizes that his anger and frustration were aimed at an inanimate object, a mere vessel without consciousness or intention. The disturbance he experienced was not caused by another person's negligence or malice, but by his own reaction to a situation he misunderstood. Gautama Buddha teaches us through this story that much of our suffering arises from our reactions to perceived obstacles and circumstances. The traveler's initial anger stemmed from his assumption that someone was deliberately blocking his path. This misunderstanding led him down a path of unnecessary turmoil and agitation. Buddha's advice, "Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense," underscores the importance of discernment and clarity in our perceptions. It invites us to question our initial reactions and to look beyond surface appearances. Like the empty boat, many situations in life may seem to present obstacles or challenges, but often they are devoid of the intentions or motivations we ascribe to them. In essence, the empty boat reminds us to approach life with mindfulness and to question our assumptions before reacting impulsively. By cultivating this awareness, we can navigate the river of life with greater equanimity and understanding, realizing that not everything is as it initially appears. Number 2. The mustard seed. In another profound teaching from Buddhism, we encounter the story of Kisa Gotami, a young mother whose world was shattered by the death of her only child. Overcome with grief and unable to accept her loss, Kisa Gotami desperately sought a way to bring her child back to life. In her anguish, she approached Gautama Buddha and pleaded for his help. The Buddha, with his deep compassion and wisdom, understood Kisa Gotami's suffering and saw an opportunity to teach her a profound truth. He instructed her to find a mustard seed from a household where no one had experienced the pain of death. Believing in the Buddha's power to perform miracles, Kisa Gotami eagerly set off on her quest, going from house to house in search of this seemingly simple request. However, as she knocked on door after door, she encountered a common reality. Every household had experienced the death of a loved one. Each family shared their stories of loss and sorrow, revealing to Kisa Gotami the universality of human suffering. Slowly, the realization dawned upon her that her grief, though deeply personal, was not unique or isolated. It was a part of the human condition, touching every life without exception. Gautama Buddha's profound teaching to Kisa Gotami encapsulates a universal truth. Suffering is an intrinsic part of existence. His guidance to her was not merely to confront her grief, but to understand that all beings experience loss and impermanence. This realization was transformative for Kisa Gotami, as it shifted her perspective from seeking a miraculous cure to accepting the inevitability of life's challenges. Buddha's advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, resonates deeply in this context. It encourages us to reflect on the truths we encounter in our own lives and to discern their relevance to our understanding of suffering and impermanence. The story of Kisa Gotami and the mustard seed teaches us profound lessons in compassion, acceptance, and the interconnectedness of human experience. It reminds us that in facing our own struggles, we can find solace and wisdom in the shared journey of humanity, guided by the timeless teachings of Gautama Buddha. Number 3, the finger pointing to the moon. In Buddhist philosophy, there is a powerful metaphor known as the finger pointing to the moon. This metaphor illustrates the relationship between teachings, the finger, and ultimate truth, the moon. Imagine a finger pointing up at the moon in the night sky. While the finger directs our attention to the moon, it is not the moon itself. It merely indicates the direction in which to look. Similarly, the teachings of Buddhism, whether scriptures, doctrines, or philosophical insights, are like the finger pointing us towards ultimate truth or enlightenment. They serve as guides to help us understand and navigate the complexities of existence. However, just as mistaking the finger for the moon would be a misunderstanding, mistaking teachings for the ultimate truth can lead to confusion and limitation. Gautama Buddha often emphasized the importance of direct experience and personal realization over blind adherence to doctrines or external authorities. His teachings were meant to provoke introspection and insight, encouraging each individual to embark on their own spiritual journey towards understanding the true nature of reality. Buddha's advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, underscores the essence of the metaphor. It invites us to use teachings as tools for our own exploration and discovery, rather than as absolute truths to be accepted without question. In essence, the finger pointing to the moon encourages us to go beyond the words and concepts of teachings and to directly experience the profound truths they point towards. It challenges us to cultivate a deeper understanding that transcends intellectual knowledge and embraces the intuitive wisdom that arises from direct insight and personal realization. Number 4, illusion of self. Central to Buddhist philosophy is the profound concept of anatta, often translated as non-self or no self. This teaching challenges the conventional view of a permanent, independent self, a notion deeply ingrained in many philosophical and religious traditions. According to anatta, our sense of self is not a fixed entity, but rather a dynamic and ever-changing process. Buddhism posits that our perception of a solid, enduring self is an illusion created by the aggregation of various mental and physical elements. These elements, known as the 5 aggregates, form, sensation, perception, mental formations, and consciousness, come together temporarily to form what we conventionally perceive as me or I. However, they are impermanent and interdependent, constantly in flux. Gautama Buddha's teachings on anatta invite us to investigate our own experience deeply. He encouraged practitioners to observe the transient nature of thoughts, feelings, and sensations without clinging to them as defining aspects of an unchanging self. This introspective inquiry leads to the realization that what we identify as self is a construct influenced by conditions and circumstances rather than an intrinsic essence. Buddha's advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, resonates profoundly in understanding anatta. It challenges us to critically examine our beliefs about identity and selfhood, urging us to discern the truth beyond superficial appearances and conditioned perceptions. In essence, the concept of anatta liberates us from the burden of clinging to a fixed self-concept, opening the door to profound insights and freedom from suffering. By recognizing the illusion of self, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of our interconnectedness with all beings and the impermanent nature of existence itself. This realization is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, offering a pathway to genuine liberation and profound peace. Number 5. Impermanence. Another fundamental teaching in Buddhism is the principle of anicca, which translates to impermanence or transience. This concept emphasizes the ever-changing and transient nature of all phenomena in the universe. According to anicca, nothing remains fixed or permanent. Everything is subject to constant flux and transformation. Buddhism teaches that our attachment to things as permanent and unchanging leads to suffering. We often cling to pleasant experiences, relationships, and material possessions, believing they will bring lasting happiness. However, impermanence dictates that all conditioned phenomena are ephemeral. They arise, persist for a time, and eventually cease. Illustrating anicca, Gautama Buddha used the metaphor of a flowing river. He observed that one cannot step into the same river twice because the water is constantly flowing and changing. Similarly, life and all its elements, thoughts, feelings, sensations, and external circumstances are in a perpetual state of flux. Buddha's teachings on impermanence urge us to contemplate the fleeting nature of existence deeply. His advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, encourages us to discern the truth of impermanence through direct observation and reflection. Understanding anicca liberates us from unrealistic expectations and attachments. It teaches us to appreciate the present moment and accept the inevitable changes and challenges that life brings. By embracing impermanence, we can cultivate resilience, adaptability, and a deeper sense of peace and equanimity amidst life's uncertainties. In essence, anicca is not just a philosophical concept, but a practical guide to living mindfully and authentically. By acknowledging and embracing impermanence, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with greater wisdom, compassion, and acceptance. This profound teaching offers us a pathway to true liberation from suffering and a deeper appreciation of the interconnectedness of all things. Number 6. Emptiness. Central to Mahayana Buddhism is the profound concept of sunyata, often translated as emptiness. This concept challenges our conventional understanding of existence by asserting that all phenomena, including ourselves and the world around us, lack inherent or independent existence. Emptiness does not imply non-existence, but rather the absence of intrinsic, fixed characteristics. Sunyata teaches us that everything is interconnected and interdependent, arising in dependence upon causes and conditions. This understanding counters the notion of a solid, permanent self or essence within any phenomenon. Just as a table is composed of wood, nails, and varnish, none of which individually constitute the essence of table, our identities and experiences are similarly compounded and contingent upon various factors. Gautama Buddha introduced the concept of sunyata to guide practitioners beyond dualistic thinking and attachment to fixed concepts. He emphasized that grasping onto an inherently existing self or phenomena leads to suffering, as it creates an illusion of separateness and solidity in a world characterized by impermanence and interconnectedness. Buddha's advice, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, encourages us to contemplate sunyata with discernment and insight. It invites us to investigate the nature of reality beyond superficial appearances and conditioned beliefs, seeking a deeper understanding of interconnectedness and interdependence. Embracing the concept of sunyata offers profound implications for our spiritual practice and daily lives. By recognizing the emptiness of self and phenomena, we can cultivate compassion, wisdom, and equanimity. This understanding frees us from the limitations of ego-centered perspectives and opens the door to a more expansive, interconnected worldview, one that nurtures harmony with ourselves, others, and the natural world. Number 7, mindfulness and perception. In Buddhist teachings, mindfulness plays a crucial role in understanding the nature of perception and its impact on our experience of reality. Mindfulness, often cultivated through meditation practices, involves paying attention to the present moment with awareness and without judgment. This heightened awareness allows us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, including our perceptions of the world around us. Through mindfulness, we can begin to recognize how our perceptions shape our understanding of reality. Gautama Buddha taught that our minds are conditioned to interpret sensory information based on past experiences, biases, and mental habits. This conditioning can lead to distorted perceptions and a skewed understanding of truth. By practicing mindfulness, we develop the ability to observe our perceptions without immediately accepting them as reality. We learn to question their validity and to discern whether they accurately reflect the present moment or are influenced by our conditioning. This process of inquiry fosters greater clarity and insight into the nature of our minds and the way we interact with the world. Buddha's advice, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, underscores the importance of mindfulness in cultivating discernment. It encourages us to investigate our perceptions critically and to seek a deeper understanding of reality beyond surface appearances. In essence, mindfulness practices enable us to develop a more accurate and balanced perception of ourselves and the world. By cultivating present moment awareness and observing our perceptions with clarity and openness, we can navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. Mindfulness invites us to engage with the world authentically, free from the limitations of conditioned beliefs and habitual reactions, thus fostering a deeper connection to ourselves and others. Number 8, reality versus perception. One of the profound insights offered by Buddhism is the exploration of the relationship between reality and perception. In our daily lives, we often assume that what we perceive through our senses accurately reflects reality. However, Gautama Buddha's teachings challenge this assumption by highlighting how our perceptions can shape and sometimes distort our understanding of reality. Our perceptions are influenced by various factors such as past experiences, cultural conditioning, emotional state, and cognitive biases. These factors filter and interpret sensory information, creating a subjective reality that may differ from objective reality. For example, two people witnessing the same event may perceive it differently based on their individual perspectives and mental frameworks. Buddha taught that our attachment to subjective perceptions can lead to suffering. When we mistake our perceptions for ultimate truth and cling to them rigidly, we may react impulsively or form judgments that are not grounded in a comprehensive understanding of the situation. Buddha's advice, believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, encourages us to approach our perceptions with critical inquiry. It invites us to examine the validity of our assumptions and to question whether our perceptions align with a deeper understanding of reality. Reflecting on the distinction between reality and perception can help us cultivate mindfulness and discernment in our daily lives. By acknowledging the subjective nature of our perceptions, we can develop greater empathy, tolerance, and openness to alternative viewpoints. This awareness empowers us to navigate conflicts more skillfully and to cultivate a more authentic and harmonious relationship with ourselves and others. Number 9, the role of meditation. Meditation holds a central role in Buddhist practice as a transformative tool for gaining insight into the nature of reality. Through meditation, practitioners cultivate a heightened state of awareness and mindfulness, enabling them to see beyond surface appearances and delve into the deeper layers of existence. Gautama Buddha himself emphasized the importance of meditation as a means to develop wisdom and clarity. He taught various meditation techniques aimed at quieting the mind, cultivating concentration, and gaining insight into the true nature of phenomena. One of the primary benefits of meditation is its ability to help us observe our thoughts, emotions, and perceptions without attachment or judgment. By sitting in stillness and observing the flow of our inner experiences, we gradually develop a clearer understanding of the transient and impermanent nature of our thoughts and sensations. Meditation also allows us to cultivate a direct, experiential understanding of concepts such as impermanence, anicca, non-self, anatta, and emptiness, sunyata. As we deepen our meditation practice, we begin to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and gain insight into the conditioned nature of our perceptions and beliefs. Gautama Buddha's advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, underscores the transformative potential of meditation. It encourages us to explore our inner landscape with curiosity and discernment, cultivating wisdom that transcends intellectual knowledge. In essence, meditation serves as a gateway to experiencing reality more fully and authentically. It allows us to develop a profound sense of presence and equanimity, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience and compassion. By integrating meditation into our daily lives, we can cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, fostering inner peace and harmony. Number 10, practical applications. Applying Buddhist teachings in everyday life involves integrating wisdom and discernment into our thoughts, actions, and relationships. Gautama Buddha's teachings offer timeless guidance on how to live a more mindful and compassionate existence, transcending the boundaries of religious doctrine to provide practical insights applicable to people of all backgrounds. One practical application is to cultivate mindfulness in daily activities. By bringing mindful awareness to mundane tasks such as eating, walking, or interacting with others, we can develop a deeper appreciation for the present moment and a clearer understanding of our thoughts and emotions. Another practical tip is to practice non-attachment. This doesn't mean avoiding relationships or possessions, but rather maintaining a balanced perspective and recognizing the impermanent nature of all things. By letting go of rigid expectations and attachments, we can reduce suffering and cultivate a sense of inner peace. Gautama Buddha's advice: believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who has said it, not even if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense, encourages us to approach these practical applications with discernment. It invites us to reflect on how these teachings resonate with our own experiences and to apply them in ways that are meaningful and beneficial. Moreover, practicing loving kindness and compassion towards ourselves and others is essential. By cultivating empathy and understanding, we foster harmonious relationships and contribute positively to our communities. In essence, integrating Buddhist teachings into everyday life involves a commitment to self-awareness, compassion, and ethical conduct. These principles empower us to navigate life's challenges with grace and wisdom, fostering personal growth and contributing to a more compassionate world. Conclusion: In conclusion, the teachings of Gautama Buddha offer profound insights into the nature of reality, perception, and human suffering. Through stories, concepts like impermanence, non-self, and emptiness challenge us to see beyond surface appearances and cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By applying these teachings with mindfulness and discernment in our daily lives, we can navigate challenges with greater clarity and compassion. Remembering Buddha's advice to question and verify teachings based on our own reason and common sense empowers us to cultivate a path of wisdom that leads to inner peace and genuine happiness. May these teachings inspire us to live authentically, cultivate kindness towards ourselves and others, and contribute positively to the interconnected web of life. Thank you for joining me on this journey of exploration and discovery.